Hey y'all, how's it going? All right. So basically, y'all kind of wanted to know how this was going with Amazon Property Management. Amazon Property Management. Basically, excuse me, I got a bit of a cough. It's flu season, and I got the flu. I had my shot. Amazon Property Management is out of Vancouver. Amacon Property Management Inc., 856 Homer Street, Vancouver, BC. Okay, I don't need to go too much into that with you. Basically, I moved out of one of their apartments, which would be the Sunrise. That would be apartment 201, 22292, 122nd Avenue in Maple Ridge. Basically, the manager, Mrs. Barb Kellen, sent Amacon a form, sent her a text message. I let her know that I wanted my security deposit back. I felt intimidated to go down and talk to her. She's basically a kind of landlord, just washes her hands to everything. Um, Amacon Property Management is LMLTD Holdings Corporated. So I guess they have more than one company name. So basically, they didn't give me my damage deposit back. I asked them for the deposit. They didn't give it to me. Um, so I don't know. Anyway, I got this from her after I asked them for the damage deposit in writing. It was in British Columbia. You got 1 month to well, you can submit. They have 1 month. You can submit for your damage deposit back. They got 1 month to dispute it. Obviously, don't know if you can see that. She disputed it. Okay. So this is filed August 19th, okay? We had anyway, I'm going to play it for you. Here it is. You tell me what you think. And by the way, remember, we're dealing with slumlords and we're dealing with liars. So I don't know how to, this is my wife's BlackBerry playbook. I don't know how to, I had it connected to the computer and I tried to save the file, but because this is BlackBerry playbook, as you can see, and this is Windows Vista, for some reason I can't get the files to incorporate. I don't know, I'm not a computer wizard like some of y'all, so I'm just going to play it for you. So here we go, and it's 23 minutes long. Just bear with it to the end. All right, here's the recording from today.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Ms. Brody. I'm with the Residential Tenancy Branch. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I've got an application here from Amacon Property Management Services. Ms. Kelly, representing Amacon. I am. I also have a witness, ma'am. Okay. Who's your witness? Rebecca Burgess. Okay. Is she with you? Yes, I am. Okay. Is she a witness or is she giving the bulk of the testimony here? She's just a witness. She went in with me. Okay. So what I'd ask you to do then is have your witness leave the room while I get your evidence first. Okay? Okay. So I've got an application here from the landlord for a monetary claim in the amount of $375. So for basically failure to properly clean the unit. Yes, ma'am. The landlord submitted photos showing the unit. I take it in the condition that it was when the tenants vacated. Yes, ma'am. So what I want to do is I'm going to put Ms. Kellen under oath, take her evidence, and we'll go through the evidence the landlord submitted. After I've heard from her, I'll then be able to hear from the tenants, get their side of the story, and then I'll actually also hear from Ms. Kellen's witness. And then I basically make a decision from there. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Ms. Kellen, I'll put you under oath. Barbara Kellen, you solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? Yes, ma'am. Okay, great. Okay. This tenancy began December 1st, 2012. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Deposit is...
Trying to sound all nice.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Kiss ass.
so, okay, why don't we keep what you're going to sign then? Okay, I received the notice to vacate on June 30th of 2013. I then advised the tenants via our cleaning notice letter on July 12th what the proper procedures are that we require, like for cleaning, and that was given to them slid under their door, I believe. I can't recollect completely, but I know they did get a copy. We have the tricolors, so we keep two and they get one. And then at the end of the month, when I was waiting to do the out report with the tenant, there was no response. I went in on July 31st at 1:30 p.m. and noticed that there was nothing cleaned. Keys were left on top of the fridge, and there was some debris or non-functioning materials left in the unit. So then my witness and I, we went out of the apartment and discussed how we are going to proceed to clean the apartment. Okay. Okay, so why don't you take me through your photographs that you took? Okay, starting with the kitchen, we noticed that the counters were covered with like crumbs and stains. And then we opened the fridge and noticed that that also was not cleaned. There was stuff underneath it. And then looking in the oven, it was blacker than I would be able to clean properly myself without use of heavy cleaning. And there's also another picture of a patch job on a bedroom wall that was not reported to... What about the two pictures of a sink with a Brillo pad and a cup on it? Is that the kitchen sink? That is the kitchen sink, yes. Okay, then the last page I've got some linoleum floor and... That is the kitchen floor, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am,
and what was
yes,
the other thing you were showing
ma'am.
me? Damage to a wall? Yes, there was a wall in the bedroom, and I failed to take a picture of the other hole that was patched up, but there was two holes that were poorly patched, and my maintenance people, when we went to go refix them, were just able to take it off. It was like newsprint underneath.
Ah.
Newsprint? Yes, newsprint underneath. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be putty or drywall mud, but it was newsprint. It was not proper drywall, and then the drywall tape and mudding, sanding, painted, nothing. Okay, do I have a photo of that? You have the one in the bedroom. I didn't take the ones after because my maintenance guy had already done it before I could.
Oh.
He had already fixed it before I could take that picture.
Oh, right. So you don't communicate with your maintenance guy.
Yes, and if you'll see the discoloration with the black marks. Yeah, what's the black marks? That is the surrounding putty that they used that was not sanded down or painted over. Oh, okay. 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 Anything else? Okay, so what was the cost of cleaning $375? Yes. What's that for? That is just to keep the damage deposit because there was the carpet cleaning that needed to be done. It was heavily soiled. There was a pet in the unit. There was the drapes that needed to be cleaned, and then there was the cleaning time and a drawer that needed to be replaced in the bathroom. Do you guys do that stuff in-house? Yes, we do. For the carpets and drapes, we hire professionals. We send the drapes out to a dry cleaners, and we get a carpet cleaning company in to do the carpet.
More like you went to Safeway and
rented. $375? Yes. Okay.
I'm accepting donations.
For the total cleaning on my part was $200.
You're one expensive whore.
To fix the whole unit, how much is it, do you know? My charge sheet that I have from my head office comes to $75 $93.
Wow.
That's painting, cleaning, shampoo, drapes, and then the pet soil and...
I'm paying for no shampoo now, bitch.
A light bulb
Oh,
and
please.
disbursement.
You wanted me a light bulb?
Okay.
What, do you want $1?
Did you witness she was with you? Is she working for Amazon as well?
Yeah, she works for the
She's the manager
Slumlords.
of the building next door. Okay, she's just going to repeat what you
She's
said.
the Slumlord of the building next door, yeah. This is what I wanted to
Why
say.
don't you bring her in? I'll hear from her.
Yeah, bring the bitch in. Put the bitch on the phone.
Would you like me to leave the room? No, that's
Yeah, I
fine.
would actually. You stink.
Hi. Hi, Ms. Burgess. I'm just going to put you
This
under
is
oath, okay?
Bridges.
Yep. Rebecca Burgess, do you solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence you
This
are
is not
about to give will
Bible.
be the truth, the whole truth, and
We'll
nothing
see
but
it
the truth?
somewhere.
You do. Okay. Now, I understand you're a manager of a neighboring building?
Your hand on the Bible.
Okay, and you attended at this unit on day of move-out, which was July 31st, 2013?
Fucking liars.
Okay, do you normally
Probably
assist
wasn't even
in
in
a
town.
like this? When... Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, so,
Lying
what did you
under
observe when you
oath.
went into the unit? When we went into the unit, we observed that
Contempt of court, lying
the
under
keys were on
oath.
the fridge and that there was no cleaning done. The counters
I wish I
had
hadn't done any
stuff all over
cleaning.
them, stains.
Probably you. Cum
The
stains,
sink wasn't
maybe.
clean. The stove was black. The
Black.
fridge still was really
Oh, like
dirty.
black, like the cigarette pack, yeah?
Same
Like
with the
that
freezer.
black?
There was holes in the bedroom wall and the hallway wall that were not
Or black
covered
like
over
this?
properly or painted. The bathroom was not cleaned at all either. And there was stuff left in the suite. Okay. Tenant, you're on the line, you're hearing this. Do you have any questions of this witness?
Here I come.
Myself?
Yeah, do you want to ask her a question?
No questions. I would like to make a rebuttal, though, when I have a chance.
Yep. Okay, Ms. Burgess, that's all I need to hear. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now
What?
let's hear from the tenant. Colin Cambridge, do you want to give the evidence?
Cambridge, bitch.
Last name is Cumbridge, ma'am. C-U-M, yes.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to put you under oath.
No problem.
Colin Cumbridge, do you solemnly affirm and declare that the evidence you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I did.
Okay. So, you've heard the landlord's evidence. I want to hear your side of this.
Okay, I believe, I'm with Christy Bauer here as well, my wife, who's living with me in the unit. We had a bit of a hectic move. We had quite a lot of stuff. After we moved out, I came back, I believe, was it the 31st? I believe it was either the evening of the 31st or August 1st, and I came in with a garbage bag, and I picked up everything off the floor, so I don't know. I know they did.
What, August 1st? Did you say?
Okay, she's saying July 30th. We moved out, what day did we move out? We moved out on the 30th. I came home. I had to rest after the move. I came back on the 31st. On the 31st with a garbage bag. I had a vacuum. I picked up everything that was on the floor. I basically emptied everything out of the apartment. So I know they did come in either on the 30th or the 31st, and there still was debris on the floor, but I hadn't finished moving out yet. So I did remove all of the debris. Now, as far as the kitchen counters, when we moved in there, the paint, it started peeling right away. Like, as soon as I did some dishes and I put, like, a cup down to pour some water, and any water got on the paint or anything touched it, it peeled. And I mentioned that to her, and they wanted to paint it right before we moved out, but we were already moving out. They didn't give us 24-hour notice. The other thing, as far as the carpets were concerned, we were told the carpets were going to be replaced when we moved in. They had rips in them, holes in them. I have some pictures of the carpet. I didn't get them submitted. and the carpets were never replaced, so we were told those were going to be replaced anyway. Two of the walls did get damaged while moving in some furniture, the one near the front door and the one in the bedroom. I had a drywall person come in, and I don't know what kind of a job he did. He charged me $100. He used putty, some paper product. I left the apartment because of the fumes. And I will agree that the fridge and the fridge was could use a cleaning. It wasn't incredibly dirty. Also, the stove needed to be cleaned, but I can't say it was pitch black. The problem was it was really, really hot, and I didn't. I just couldn't do it all myself. Now, I do understand there are fees for this, but I sort of need. I didn't get any invoices, or if she had said, I'll give you back 300 or 275 or whatever it costs for the cleaning supplies, that would have been fine, or I could have even come back and done it. And then as far as the bedroom door, yes, it did get a hole in it, and I patched it with a bit of putty, and so yeah, that's where I'm at. And and also in the bathroom, the drawer that was broken when we moved in. We glued the little piece at the end that holds it in a couple times with super glue, but it kept popping out. So that was sort of that was like that when we moved in. We just sort of did a little glue job on it just to hold it in, and it had broke. The glue had come off again, and that's what I have.
Okay, well, can you just speak to me about, like, okay, the countertops, like there is an obligation on tenants to leave the place reasonably clean, and I mean, you'll agree with me that the countertops, like, are not clean.
I did give them a bit of a wipe down, but they were stained. What happened when we moved in, I don't know what kind of paint they used, but those countertops started peeling, and every time I would go to even wipe the countertop with a bit of warm water and a cloth, as you have to wipe your countertops, it's just the way it is when you're cooking, the paint kept coming up. So basically, what I did is I tried to get all that loose paint up, I tried to get as much of it off there as I could so it wouldn't keep coming up, and I didn't want it to contaminate the food or anything. So, and then she had somebody come and wanted to paint, like maybe a week before we moved out, wanted to paint the countertops because I'd mentioned that to her in a note about those countertops, but we didn't get notice. We were already moving out, but we were really busy moving out. We didn't want to have to leave the apartment for 2 hours, then smell paint and that sort of thing. I figured, they can do all that when we leave,
Okay.
Like as soon as we moved in, the paint started peeling from day one.
Oh, you know what though? The fact about the moving in and the paint peeling isn't really relevant, I'm sorry, to the condition in which you leave the unit. So that's, my concern is you guys didn't clean the stove, or the fridge, or the counters, and the photographs show that.
What good would it be to clean them really good if they needed to be painted and sanded down anyway? I mean, they were stained. I gave them a wipe with a cloth. I mean,
But the countertops?
The countertops, yes.
They were peeling?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. As soon as we moved in, they started peeling. The whole time we lived there, the countertops, the paint was peeling.
Countertops are peeling?
Yes, the paint on the countertops was peeling. It was chipping away every time you'd put a cup down, or you'd put some dishes down, or any time any water get in there, the paint was coming up like nothing. That's what I was trying to say.
I'm sorry, I understood you to say the paint was peeling on the walls around the water. I didn't realize you were talking about the countertops themselves.
Finally.
Yes, the actual countertops themselves were peeling. believe they used the right paint. I
You
asked at the
won.
hardware store, and they said they probably
A
used
Rona gift card.
a paint that wasn't meant for them. I don't know, not a carpenter, but like as soon as we moved in, put a cup of water down, and I noticed when I lifted up the cup, a piece of paint came up with it, and then every time I'd wipe the counter down, you know, spill a little bit of coffee, I'd wipe it, or whatever, and the paint just like peeled. It was like a water-based paint almost, like it was not meant for countertops.
Okay.
Is this lady
Are
like
you trying to add
drinking
anything
or
else?
something? Like,
My wife wanted to add that in the bathroom, under the shower head, we found mold. I'm not sure what bearing that has, but we weren't too impressed with the mold in the washroom. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. All right. Okay, Ms. Cal, do you have any questions for the tenant? No, I don't have any questions, but I do have a copy of the out report, and it's got the in report as well. It's a singular page. It's a tricolor copy. There's like I've got
What the hell's
a
tricolor?
photocopy, obviously, because the main one is at my head office. And on the
They
in
don't have a
report,
head office or office in their
there's
department.
nothing mentioned about the bathroom.
Oh.
I did get notice about the counters, but
A little bit of honesty,
we
thank
use a
you.
melamine paint, and it does lift easily. It does not mean that it
Yeah,
is not
really
painted.
easily, like
But
more easier
yeah,
than the paint on this business cards
there's
like
nothing mentioned
that.
about the bathroom. The only mention on the in report is that there's repairs needed to the carpet. It just says black mark, which is like cigarette burns.
Yeah, so when we moved in, when they did the report, they had noted the tears in the carpet and the marks. I pointed out 2 black marks, and she said the carpets were going to be. It was not Barb who rented us the apartment. I believe it was the old manager, Donna Thompson. I think that's her mother, who actually rented it to us in the beginning. Did the initial report.
Okay, well, I'd like to hear from the landlord specifically about the painted countertops. Is that true? You have paint on your countertops?
Like that, like who would paint your countertops?
When they require it.
I got countertops right here, they're not painted. They come from the factory, it's already like, yeah, they're pre-made, you don't paint over them. What are you, high? Like, yeah, paint countertops, paint don't stay. Paint come up. You don't even use the right paint. It goes to come up like this. You wipe it, so
the counters are just peeling.
I mean, no matter what you paint them with, it's countertop, you can't paint it. It's wood. You put stuff down. Like, if I put a cup on my wall, it's gonna peel.
I have other tenants who say that when they wipe their counters, the paint comes up with the cloth, but it is still painted.
Oh well, never mind then. Here.
Safe to use. I'm not saying it's not safe. It's just that it wasn't chipping. It's not lifting. It's not peeling. It's just if something's set down too hard, it will make a mark.
That happens with all countertops, I'm sure.
Something wet is put on the counter, it will make a mark.
There's nothing wet's ever put on counters, right? It'll make a mark. More like the paint just come up like this. So if I put a cup on my wall for long enough, put water on there, it's gonna come up. It won't even come up on this. It must be really cheap paint.
Am I correct? Correct. Those do not come to me. Those go straight to head office for payment. Okay. All right. So this is basically the amount of security deposit you're claiming. I will consider the claim and make a decision and send it out. Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Brody. Okay. Let me just confirm the tenants. Are you still at 122nd Avenue, Maple Ridge?
No, that is the address we're discussing now, where we moved out. No, we are at number 4, 11872 Laity Street, Laity Street, Maple Ridge.
Okay, number 4, 11872 Laity Street?
Laity Street, yes, Laity. Lady Street, and that's Maple Ridge, and the postal code is Victor 2X5A6.
Okay, Peter Brody, may I make a small interruption for a second? Okay. When at time to do the out report, the tenant was not available and provided the forwarding address via text message. Okay.
And your point
I
is...
text them asking when they would be able to come and do the out report. There was no response until I got the text message with their forwarding address.
So why didn't you send me the money, bitch? Sorry.
Right. Well, thank you both very much. I'll make my decision. I've got 30 days to make my decision.
30 days, you lazy.
That's about the end of the hearing. Thank you very much, Arbitrator Brody.
Oh,
Okay,
kiss
thank
ass.
you, Ms. Allen, and thank you, Mr. Cuppage.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Okay, you bye. Bye-bye.
That's how these things work.